Boys and girls, hello, it's Fog. Welcome to Fog's World. Oh, it's early, and I am tired. It's early both in Fog's World and in my world. You may be able to tell from the sound of my voice that I am not at 100% today. I've been wrestling with allergies. And I also don't have a whole lot of time to record this week because of a lot of family things that are going on. So this is liable to be either short or very rough cut. I'm not sure which. So please excuse the slight drop in quality. I figured, I had to get something out for you guys, and since I have so little time, this is what you're getting. Yeah, our Nether hub has come along pretty well. I've still got to do a lot of work on the different side paths here. But the hub itself is looking pretty good. It's now safe from ghast attack, and I'm pretty happy with it. Let's see, where am I going? I'm going out this way because I want to go to the spawn chunks today. One of the things that I've been thinking of doing with the spawn chunks for quite a while is doing some kind of mass potion farm or potion factory. And I haven't fully fleshed out the design that I'm going to do there. I've done a little bit of playing around, but that's really about it. But I figure that... Sorry, I got to wet my whistle here. A little caffeinated wake me up here. I figure that... the spawn chunks are going to be a really good place to build a potion factory because I can start it up and leave it running and walk away from it, and it'll just keep churning out potions even though I'm not around because it'll still be loaded and it'll just keep going. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to build a potion factory here, but we're not going to build the factory today. What we're going to do today is we're going to lay some groundwork. I'm going to do some early designing, and I'm going to let you be in on that process. So when I design stuff, particularly larger builds, I like to do it in pieces and figure out how all the pieces are going to go together. And first of all, let's get some things going here. I'm going to need a lot of nether wart, so I thought I'd bring some netherrack, and we'll just lay down a patch of this stuff somewhere. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. We'll eventually find a better place for this, but I've got 26 nether wart. That's what? That's 26 is just a little less than 3 times 9. It's 2 times 13. Maybe we do that. 4, 5, 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, no. Oh, rats. Okay, well, rather than obsess over this, I think we're just going to do it like this. If it's not perfectly symmetrical, it's not perfectly symmetrical. Big deal, right? Yeah, whatever. Good enough for government work, as they say. It ain't pretty, but it's also not permanent, so I don't mind. Let's just go ahead and plant some... What am I doing? This isn't soul sand. This is netherrack. Oh, goodness. Clearly, I am not myself. Netherrack isn't going to help me. I need soul sand. I don't think I have any soul sand. Let's go for the chest. Obviously, no soul sand there, and none there. Oh, my goodness. I do have a lot of netherrack, though, and that would be a good thing. Okay. We need soul sand. So I will go get soul sand. I will be right back. I'm sorry, guys, but these little zombie pigmen, these little baby zombie pigmen, are about the cutest thing in the game. I just had to stop and say that. And I'm back, and I've got soul sand this time. Yay! I actually have what I need. There's a thought. Okay, let's get going. Let's plant some soul sand. Actually, I can go bigger now. I got more soul sand than I had. And then I had the other stuff, so let's see what we got here. What do we got? We got 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Falling off. Yeah, we could do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good enough. Nice big patch. It'll do. It'll do. Alright, now we can plant this stuff. Do need to replace some torches here, I think. Because I think I've just made this a little bit too dark. But that's okay. We can get around that. So we'll get that growing, and that's a step in the right direction here. Let's pop a couple of these torches around. Better to have too much light than not enough, right? There we go. Sure, that should do the trick. Alright, so while that's going, let's get started. I need some blocks. Now, I'm just going to prototype here. So I don't really care about using, pretty blocks for what I'm doing here. I'm just using some blocks. And oh wait, where did my... Oh, drat. Okay, we need some you. I think some you. We need hoppers. Alright, now we have some hoppers to play with. Okay, let's actually take a nap. Don't want the mobs to show up. Good. Okay, so let's see. The kind of thing that I'm... Oh, I need more chests. That'll do. Okay, so what I want to be able to do here... I want to be able... Let's see. I think if I do this, this will work for demonstration. I need some torches. I need repeaters and comparators. Let's see, I got some comparators there. Oh, I got repeaters. Good. I need some comparators. I don't need too many. Let's see. Let's get some things on the bar here. Some redstone. That's enough to work with. Okay. So here's the idea. We're going to start with something that looks a bit like this. And like that. And now, if we do, let's see, if we do something like this, right, and I need to get that up there, so let's do a little bit of steps, and whoops, there we go. There we go. Okay, so this is going to be like the nucleus of what we're doing here. And let's get a lever. And I'll show you more or less how this part's going to work. If I put a lever right here, yeah, perfect. Okay, and let's get some bottles. And we're going to need some water for these bottles. So let's just real quick go and fill up some water bottles. I don't need too many for the demonstration. There we go, got 6 of them. Perfect. All right. So the way this works, this hopper here is going to feed bottles into the brewer, in the brewing stand, like that. Actually, let's put a chest on the top of it so that we can put a few more bottles in there. Okay. So here we have 6 bottles in here for now. That's enough for starters. And then we're going to put, our ingredients are going to get fed into this hopper, and they're going to get fed in the order that we want them fed. So let's see. Let's say we're doing a swiftness potion. Okay. Then we would up here have one thing of nether wart would get fed in there, and a thing of sugar. And maybe we want to make it a splash potion of swiftness. So now we have one nether wart that's already been fed into the brewing stand because it went into the hopper first. Then the sugar went in. Then the gunpowder went in. So it's lined up and all ready to get dropped in there. This torch is on, so these bottles haven't been fed in yet. Okay? So now all we have to do is swap this. That's going to power this block, which is going to keep bottles from draining out of the stand. And it's going to allow bottles to drain in at the same time, just like this. So now the bottles go in, and the brewing starts. Then all we have to do is wait a while. Now, how are we going to do the wait? Well, for now, let's just let this go. But what we're going to end up doing eventually is we're going to build a hopper timer like this. And this is not the most efficient way to build this right now, but it'll do. Let's see, we've got you and you. And we need some of this. This is going to go here. Those cats are going to drive me crazy, let me tell you that right now. Torches. Is that going to work? Yeah. We'll put a couple of comparators out the back here. One there, one there. This might look familiar to you guys. And let's see, a button. Button. Who's got the button? Here we can just make a wood button. That'll work. It's just a prototype. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to look good. Like that. This guy goes into a block and a torch and a repeater, which resets this guy. Okay. And there's our output right there, which doesn't actually have to point that way. It can point that way for all I care. It doesn't matter. Okay, so let's put in some items. It can be anything we want. Cheap is good, though, so let's find something cheap we can throw in there. Maybe some seeds. Seems like a logical choice. Actually, I don't have that many seeds right now. We got lots of leaves. Maybe we do leaves. In fact, let's make it a little quicker. We'll collect leaves with the shears. So let's get busy. I need to clear this area out anyway. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, we got a lot. How many we got? We need a little more. That's enough. That's enough for what we want to do. All right, so any potion has at most 4 brewing stages. Each brewing stage takes 20 seconds. Each item that I place in this hopper timer will make the timer last approximately 8/10 of a second. So if we round up and just say, yeah, roughly 1 item a second, and then add a little time for slop, then what we end up with is, what is it? That's 4 times 2 is 80. So we need roughly 80 items, maybe a little more. Now, having done this before, I happen to know that, I have actually built this part of it in creative mode. And after doing a bunch of experimentation, I found that the safest way to do this is to put in, something like a full stack plus about 45. Something like that. And he wants to drain out that way, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. Let's do it this way. So full stack plus about 45 or so. And that gives you a little extra room for slop. But, it's just playing it safe. So the way this works is we push this button, and that starts the timer. Well, it should. Did I build this backwards? Oh. Forgot one important piece. You need that. So let's try this again, shall we? There we go. That's about right. So you push the button, and the timer goes. You can see it's draining. That needs to be a comparator, not a repeater. Whoops. Tell me that's a comparator. It is. Okay, good. So you can tell as long as the timer's running, this signal will be on. And then as soon as the timer stops, that signal is going to go off again. And that exactly matches the behavior that we need going into this block here. So if we take this timer and hook it up into that block, watch what happens here. Let me wait a second. Oops. No, let's just go ahead and... Minor problem. We need to make sure that we do max signal strength so that we don't lose... any potency here. There we go. Okay, so this is holding that on. As soon as this timer finishes, as soon as the timer turns off, it's going to drop that line, which is going to turn this torch on and turn that off, allow the bottles to drain again. So now we have the bottles up here. They're not fed in there. These bottles have drained off into the chest, and we have splash potions of swiftness in the chest. So let's go ahead and, sleep again. There we go. Let's go ahead and feed our ingredients back in there. Let's do a powerful speed potion this time, maybe. Powerful splash speed potion. So that's going to require some nether wart, some sugar cane, some redstone, and some gunpowder. And I actually counted wrong. It's actually 5 stages, not 4, because we could have a negative stage. And that's why this math didn't work out. Now, like I said, guys, it's early for me. I'm not feeling 100%. I'm going to get a little sloppy here. So that's why this math sounded weird to me, because it's 5 stages, and 5 times 20 is 100, and we need the extra 5 or so for the extra. Actually, this is like extra 9. We need that for some slop. Actually, we'll make it an even 10. There we go. So we have 110 items in there. And that should be more than enough. So we're going to have... This is a 4-stage brewing process right now. If we put if we were to put, we could negate this as well. We'll use a fermented spider eye to negate it, and then you'll get the. There we go. This is the full meal deal. This is the most brewing that you need to do to create a potion. We have Nether wart that's going to give us our bottles of our awkward potions. That's going to turn it into a speed potion. This will boost it. This will make it a splash. And the fermented spider eye is going to negate it. Alright, so there we go. So if we hit the button, that turns this off, this on. So the bottles can't drain out, but they can drain in. So that fills all 3 bottles. Nether wart starts brewing right away. That's giving us an awkward potion. Then the sugar goes in. And you see where this is going. And this timer here will last for the entire duration of the brewing. So we're going to use that as a nucleus of our potion factory. All we have to do is take this guy and put him on a permanent clock, permanent cycle, and we can keep this up indefinitely. And we'll add some extra features, like we'll put in something to keep this thing from starting if we don't have bottles or if we don't have the right ingredients or things like that. And we'll spread out these chests so that we'll make, we'll give us lots and lots of output chests so that when one fills up, we can fill up another one and that sort of thing. But that's the basic gist of it. Let's see, where are we going here? We've already got swiftness potions with boosted speed. Boosted duration, boosted duration. Now it's splash potion. Now we're negating it. Oh, it drained too soon. Math no worky. Okay, we're gonna have to fix that. We gonna have to fix that. Clearly I have not got my math right here. Yeah, that's okay. This is why we prototype. Just stuff some more leaves in there. Try it again, right? That's all we have to do. We need another 20 seconds or so. So we should be able to get by with 20 more of these. Actually, I think we can get by with less, but let's go ahead and do 20. Just to be safe. Actually, that's a good idea. Let's just try it 2 stacks and see if that works. 2 stacks is easy to remember. It may not be optimal, but it's easy to remember. So let's see. What do we have in here? Do we have any more potions ready? We don't. We'll have to go make more potions. Let's go make some more potions. But while we're waiting, put you in. We need some of you. And got gunpowder. Oh, we've got redstone. Sorry. Alright, so we've got that ready. We've got you ready. We need you. We need you. And we need you. So that's a 5-stage potion. With some of these things. Whoops, we need you. I actually do want you still. Get rid of that. Alright, let's go get some more water bottles. Yeah, I was afraid it was going to do that. What don't I need? Don't need that for now. Back to it. Alright, that loads up the water bottles. And now that's interesting. I hadn't thought of that. But that should still work. We should still be good. We want to know that this will work, so let's go ahead and hit it. So that's with 2 stack delay. Let's see what we get. Hopefully these get pushed all the way through the system. We're brewing. So there's our awkward. There's swiftness. Boost. Splash. Negative effect. And there they drain. That was just about perfect. Splash potions of slowness. Alright, that's great. Okay, so that's pretty good. I think we got that down. So that will work for our potion factory. Now all we need to do is come up with ways to figure out what ingredients to put in there. And I've got lots of ideas for that. But I don't know that we have time to go in it at the moment. So I guess I'm just going to end it here. Let me apologize for the quality of the audio and for quality of my voice. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, I'm not feeling well at all. You're lucky that you even got an episode. The only reason I recorded the episode today is because I'm going to be out of town for a while, and I wouldn't have time to record it any other time. So that's dedication for you, people. That's what we're all about here at Fog's World. Even when I feel like crap, you get an episode. So thank you so much for being patient with my horrible voice and the not so good editing. And I realize this was not one of my better episodes, but we'll try to bounce back from this and give you something first rate next time. So please don't judge Fog's World based on this episode. I'm really glad you're here. If you did like it, hit that thumbs up. And please subscribe so that you can see something much better next time. We'll keep working on this potion factory next time, probably. And we'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.